Checking everybody, it's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and today I'm going to make a special video on behalf of September 11, 2001, right? Everybody had their own story about where they were at, what they were doing, and when the entire situation happened, right? Not everybody was exactly in tune when the two Twin Towers went down, right? See, I was going to school in Fort Smith, Arkansas, right? It was far away from New York. We're like dead in the middle of the United States, and we're in a hillbilly ass town where news usually goes there last, right? So anyways, on that particular day, I was at school. I was attending this mechanic course, right? And, you know, just like any other day, we're just waiting around, you know, trying to get our course in, getting the instructor passing on his information, and then we get a sudden news that the Twin Towers went down, right? But we didn't get any news clip yet. We just got a phone call from one of the other students that the Twin Towers went down. You know, apparently his parents was watching the news when this entire thing happened, and we're like, oh, what the fuck? Twin Towers? To me at the time, I didn't know what the Twin Towers were. You know, it's something I just didn't know. I mean, I might have heard it before, but it just didn't hit me in the head at the time. So when the news clip finally came on, right, they saw the airplane straight smash into the building, and the first thing that somebody said out of their mouth, it had to be a white kid. He said that it must have been a Chinese. Yeah, man, he said the Chinese. And I'm not Chinese, but to the untrained eyes, I look Chinese. Alright? And I can't fool nobody, man. I could walk inside of a room full of Chinese people, and the Chinese would confuse me of being Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So if I walked in a room full of white people, they're gonna ask me, "Are you Chinese?" You know, same thing. A room full of black people, are you Chinese? I mean, you know, to me, everybody's British, everybody's African, everybody's Mexican. You know. It is what it is, man. You know, you can't really tell if you look like you're Mexican. I'm sorry, man. It is what it is. But everybody thought it was the Chinese that rammed that airplane into the Twin Towers, and I was getting kind of scared because I was the only Asian dude in my class. Out of the 16 students that was in the mechanic course, 15 of them were white, and I was the only Asian kid in there. And I was getting kind of sweaty because when he first said that, I was like, I didn't sound like I could, you know, protest that it wasn't the Chinese. I didn't know either, man. Shit, it could have been the Chinese for as much as I know. But the thing was, they thought I was Chinese, which I wasn't. But I couldn't convince them that, you know. And it was eerie because for the first hour, right? For the first hour, because Al Qaeda didn't come out and say that they did it. For the first hour, I was kind of sweating it, man. I was like, fuck, man. Even my instructors were white people. I was like, fuck. So there's like 17 white people inside the classroom, and I'm like the only Asian there, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get my ass beat and probably get bullied for the entire semester. If it's, you know, fuck, man. You know, if something doesn't come up. And then Al Qaeda came out, you know, an hour after that. And he said, yeah, we're the Muslims, and we want the Americans to pay, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whoo, my God. Holy shit, man. I'm glad these motherfuckers came out, because I was sweating balls, man. I was afraid for my life for the first time, man. Because the thing is, I'm not going to lie to you, man. Fort Smith, Arkansas at the time was hella racist, right? A lot of white people didn't like any other race but being white, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen that black on white crime. I've seen it, you know, different races going at it at the time, and I was scared. You know, I was scared, man. I'm not gonna lie. 16 years old, and guess how much I weighed when I was 16 years old? I was weighing like 95 pounds, man. I was hella skinny, you know, and that was the truth. So, with that being said, you know, when they came out, I was like, man, I'm glad that fucking it was a bunch of Arabs. Which I was also ignorant. I didn't even know what the fucking Arab was, you know. I've never seen one. because it's Fort Smith, Arkansas. Arabs don't go to Fort Smith, Arkansas. It's mostly white people. Now it's more Asians, and now it's more Latinos, and now it's more blacks been there. Anyway, that's besides the point. So, that's where I was at. After the whole situation, some of the white people were still convinced that it might have been the Chinese that was cooperating with the Arabs. I was like, nah, hey, hold on one second, man. They say it was Al Qaeda. It was a terroristic group. Until you see a Chinese dude in Al Qaeda, you let me know. But anyways, man, when that entire situation happened, there's something that also clicked in within me. It was 2001. Remember this, September 11th, and I got two references that is going to shock you guys. Okay, so on September 11, 2001, that day, I said I was going to join the army, and that was the truth. I said, man, it's like I can't wait till I'm 18, and then I'm going to join the army, right? On September 11, 2004, I graduated both Army Boot Camp and my AIT. Go figure that one, right? If that's not coincidence, if that's not destiny, you let me know. But anyways, I want to hear where you guys were at during September 11, 2001, and just go ahead and put that in the description, in the comment section below. Anyways, your boy Jason Yamamoto, and I'll talk to you guys later. 9, 3.